even just getting on the plane yesterday to come to HQ. I'm in California this week. I have two little kids, and you plan. Moms plan. We plan things. And so I planned out the week like, this is what you're going to have for dinner every night. Trevor, this is what you're going to pack for the kids for lunch. Like, I'm setting him up for success. What do you know? I land at 12 o'clock. I get a call from Stone's school. Stone has the stomach bug. So, things like this happen, but I'm still so excited to be here. Like, you just roll with the punches.
Hey friends, welcome to the first episode of the Beyond the Scale podcast. My name is Bryce Henson, CEO of Fit Body Bootcamp, and I'm so excited to launch this show, which is a Fit Body Bootcamp show, and I have the official host, I should say, of the Beyond the Scale podcast with me. Before I introduce Miss Mary Katherine as your host of the show, I wanted to set the tone from at least a Fit Body Bootcamp perspective, just to provide some visibility on really, at least from my lens, why this show has came to be. And it's very exciting. Actually, we launched the show, I want to say around 2018 in its first version, but a lot of things have changed. The world has changed with COVID, and our brand has gone on a very, very, very exciting new direction. So we are relaunching the show with a new face, a new theme, a new look, a new feel to add more value to you. And this episode is really just to kind of lay down the foundation. So first and foremost, though, I'm going to tee up a little bit about introduce Fit Body Bootcamp, just to give you some context, and then from there, I'm going to introduce Mary Katherine and really interview her and really allow her to provide some vision and visibility from her lens on all the awesomeness coming from the show. So that way, you know what to expect. So before we do, Fit Body Bootcamp, you should probably know about Fit Body Bootcamp right now, but if you don't, Fit Body Bootcamp is the fastest indoor fitness bootcamp franchise on the planet. We have hundreds of locations throughout North America, and we're based here in Southern California. And really, our mission is to inspire fitness and change lives every day. Way more than a tagline. That's who we are. That's really why we do what we do. And we're so passionate about. Hopefully, you can feel my energy, and that really radiates throughout our whole organization, from our franchise partners to our owners to our coaches. Delivering the value, delivering the heat, the coaching, the support on the gray mats on a daily basis. And I'm the CEO of Fit Body Bootcamp. How that story came to be, I'm going to give you very high level, because at some other episode in the future, Mary Katherine is going to be interviewing me, which I can provide more of the full overview. But originally speaking, I'm from the Midwest. Great place, amazing people, not the fitness capital of the world. So when I was 21 years young, I moved out to Southern California. I got an internship, which then turned into a job opportunity. And while I was excited to be in California, the palm trees, the blue skies, the beaches, all that Los Angeles has to offer, but also LA can be the plastic capital of the world. So there I was, 21 years young, 3,000 miles away from home, just graduated from school, completely green, not a lot of friend network, very little professional skills to offer the world. So I had more dark days than good. And a fortuitous situation happened to me in early 2007 when my first fitness mentor that I went to college with moved out to Southern California. We roomed together. And really what Adam did was he introduced me to really what Fit Body Bootcamp does: circuit training, lifting weights, strength workouts, metabolic conditioning workouts, clean nutrition, but most importantly, coaching and accountability. And without that coaching and accountability and that support, I would not have had the fitness result that I did. And really fast forward, I trained with Adam for about 2 years, but over 6 months, hyper-focused, I got the result I was looking for. I ended up dropping 20 pounds of body fat, put on 20 pounds of lean muscle. Interestingly enough, I weighed the same either before and after my transformation, which is really serendipitous from the message of Beyond the Scale, because it's not just about the scale, it's about the life that you can have afterwards. And also two other factors at play: body composition and whatnot, that are just really healthy for you to change and really add value to your life. So going through that transformation, this aha came to me that, wow, maybe I can actually give back the fitness that was gifted to me. And then shortly thereafter, I learned about Fit Body Bootcamp, and in 2012, made the scariest decision in my life. I invested my life savings, opened the first Fit Body Bootcamp location that my wife and I owned, and then ultimately scaled scale to a handful of locations throughout the first 6 years of our ownership. And then in 2018, I'm the CEO of the brand now, but the founder of our brand reached out to me, offered me a vice president role, which then turned into CEO of the brand in 2021. So that's a little bit of foundation of the show, a little bit about me, but really the show is about you. And really, I want to take the opportunity today to build the foundation, to introduce Mary Katherine Stahl, who's been a dear friend of mine since 2017, her and her husband, Trevor. And today, over the course of the next few minutes here, she's going to really show the vision. So Mary Katherine Stahl, welcome to your show.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be sitting here today. Yeah, so back before FitBody, I was working out in my basement. I was in my second job out of college. Wasn't very fulfilling. It was a good job, but wasn't feeling fulfilled. But aside from that, I was working out in the basement. My basement was like a dungeon. The ceilings were so low. I'm 5 foot tall, so I couldn't even do a jumping jack. Not the ideal environment for a workout.
No.
I wasn't feeling like I had any accountability. The workouts I were doing, they were like on my computer. So it was boring. Like I wasn't feeling inspired to work out every day. So one of my good friends, we were running together actually. We were in a running group and she invited me to FitBody Bootcamp. And FitBody, they were running a New Year special, a New Year challenge. And so I went with her.
And what year was this roughly?
This was in 2017. So okay. January 2017. And after just a few sessions, I was in love with boot camp. Like it was the best part of my day. And it wasn't just the workout, it was the community. It was the sense of having other people that like they were there for the same goal. Like they were there for the same purpose to, get fit. And it was spilling out into so many other areas in my life. It was providing like a positive mindset that I really didn't have before. And I just loved it. So I started, going regularly. I became a member and I went home to my husband one day and I said, listen, I think I want to own my own FitBody Bootcamp location. And of course he had heard me talking about it, but he was just kind of like, okay, you have a lot of ideas. Like, I'm not sure this is ever going to come to fruition. And so I just kept bugging him about it. And he was a physical therapist assistant at the time. And he always had kind of had some aspirations to have his own clinic. And I just kept saying, well, what about if we had our own gym instead? Like, let's do FitBody. He started looking into franchise ownership, doing his research, doing his due diligence. And, I'm over here like, let's go. Come on, let's do this. Meanwhile, like, I didn't have any money saved. Like, I'm 25 years old, like I still have a student loan I'm paying. And one thing led to the next. We're on the phone with HQ and we went all in. We took everything that we had saved and we, got a small little loan and we figured it out and we did it. And we went into an old yoga studio to start out. They were moving to a new location that they had just built. And so we took over this location. All we did was paint the walls, the old red, white, and blue that the brand used to be. We got a few dumbbells, some battle ropes. We have our nice Dolomer flooring, and that's where we started. And today we have a 4,500 square foot location. That location, of course, we moved. And we have we just sold a location, but we have another location we opened 2 months ago. So we're multi-location owners and it's been a journey. I mean, man, it's been fun. It's been so fun.
It's been awesome.
I love it.
Just to see you grow, see Trevor grow, and audience, two salt of the earth people, which at some point I was just talking to Mary Katherine. She's going to have to interview Trevor just to give the behind the scenes of what this looks like. But good on you, and what a great journey, and so excited now that not only are you an incredible FitBody Bootcamp owner and multi-location owner, but you're the host of the Beyond the Scale podcast, which is a FitBody Bootcamp kind of sponsored-based podcast, if you will. Really now, next up, I want to kind of just ask you, and I have some feedback and insights I want to be able to provide as well, and also some good coaching lessons as well, because I'm super impressed with how this all transpired. But from your lens, how did Beyond the Scale come to be in your involvement?
Yeah. So, I reached out to you and I said, hey, I want to get more involved with what's going on at HQ, because FitBody right now, like, we are storming the country. Like, we are doing so many great things, and FitBody is on its way to becoming a household name. And for me, as a mom, like I have a 4-year-old and a 1.5-year-old, like my life is not defined by a number. Like beyond the scale to me is, everything that's happening in my life around fitness, around health, around my mindset, and what I have to do every day to be the best mom that I can be and to be the best leader that I can be. And so I said, okay, like, how can we get that message out to our clients? Like, what can we do as a brand to help hone that in with our clients and help inspire our owners to do more things outside of just their facility that can spill out into the lives of our clients? And so that's kind of like where Beyond the Scale came from. And yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm excited for, of course, like all the guests that we have, but just the message that we're going to get out to our clients with it.
Love it. So much value. And aside from, providing that, context that you just provided, Mary Katherine, I think there's also a great learning lesson as well. And from a HQ perspective, we had a lot of good ideas and visions, and really we're in transition from a marketing perspective, redefining our brand, creating a new look, a new feel, a new marketing strategy, and just a lot of exciting changes. And Mary Katherine reached out to me in early 2022, and she's excited, right? She'd been, an awesome friend and an awesome owner with her husband, Trevor, for a long time, added a lot of value in the brand, produced a lot of lives change, and still does at your locations to this day. At the time, the I guess, candid fruition of the Beyond the Scale when you first reached out wasn't planted there, but you put your hand in the air and really spoke to the universe, and the energy, the enthusiasm, the excitement really kind of was in the back of my mind. And it was a very easy transition talking with our leadership team and marketing team when we defined, hey, we're going to relaunch a show. What does that look like? You were the person to get a call. And I think that's really a good learning and a good takeaway, I should say learning lesson or takeaway for audiences. Put yourself out there, be ambitious. Even, I'm sure you were scared and nervous to reach out, but you did, and now here we are impacting the lives of other people. And certainly if Mary Katherine can do it, you certainly can do it too. So
yeah, for sure. And like even just getting on the plane yesterday to come to HQ, I'm in California this week. I have 2 little kids, and you plan, moms plan, we plan things. And so I planned out the week, like, this is what you're going to have for dinner every night, Trevor. This is what you're going to pack for the kids for lunch. Like, I'm setting him up for success. What do you know? I land at 12 o'clock. I get a call from Stone's school. Stone has the stomach bug. So, things like this happen, but I'm still so excited to be here. Like, you just roll with the punches.
That's awesome. And I think so relatable, because I know our audience is there, and probably some mom is like, oh my goodness, I can relate exactly to what you've been through. So no better person to lead the charge. I'm super grateful and proud of you, Mary Katherine, and just excited for you and our audience. So that all in mind, kind of transitioning here, who would you say the show is for?
It's for anyone who wants to elevate their life when it comes to fitness, nutrition, their mindset, their daily routine. So really anyone, any of our FitBody clients, and even if you're not training at a FitBody.
Yeah, totally. What type of content can our audience expect, not only from a content perspective, but also to, are you interviewing people? Are you going to be solo shows? What does that look like from your lens?
Yeah, so we're going to be producing our content. We're going to have a new episode every week, and each month we're going to have 1 or 2 guests. So we may interview a FitBody owner or another fitness professional or nutrition expert. We have transformation stories. So some of our clients at FitBody, we may be interviewing them. Some of the episodes are going to be me teaching about nutrition or mindset, personal development, developing routines. So it's going to be a little bit of everything.
Totally. Love it. Next up, as the show continues to develop, what we've seen in our other podcasts at FitBody Bootcamp is just a lot of traction happens, engagement and whatnot. And people, our audience members have questions, comments, concerns, recommendations. So, if an audience member has a recommendation, a certain guest or certain topic, how do they basically engage with you?
You can message me on Instagram or Facebook. You can find us on the Beyond the Scale on Instagram. You can send us an email. I'm very open to suggestions. I would love to hear from you and know what you're interested in learning more about.
Awesome. And also want to give everyone a friendly reminder to like and subscribe and share our show, because the more, exposure we can get, the more lives we can change. And really that's, the name of the game. So appreciate that, Mary Katherine. Last couple questions to kind of close us out. And of course, if there's anything that you feel that you want to add as well. But from a wisdom perspective and a recommendation perspective, how can our audience really get the most out of the show?
Yeah. So just listen with an open mind. I think we live in a society today where there's just so much noise when it comes to fitness and nutrition and what should we be doing? What should we be taking? Like, how often should we be working out? And I think it's so easy to get caught up in that. And just know that, like, your weight loss journey, your fitness journey, your journey to optimal health it's going to look different than someone else's. Like everybody has their own unique story and their own unique way of getting to be the best version of themselves. And so when you listen to this, I want you to think about, okay, like what am I doing right now in my life that is awesome? And how can I elevate that? And I think many times, me included, like I'll listen to a podcast, I'll listen to somebody talking about something that they're doing, and it's like you instantly want to say like, okay, I can do that, I want to do that, but you can't do it all at once. And so when you're listening, I want you to just think like, take away one thing that you can implement at a time and just look at it that way versus trying to take it all in at once. And so again, just listening with an open mind and be willing to execute some of the things that we're going to talk about.
Last question, and the name of the show we touched on a little bit, really is beyond the scale, right? And for me, you know, being also with you, passionate about fitness. Fitness is a tool that's really provided me and our following and our audience and the members of Fit Body Bootcamp and our clients and our coaches just an incredible life. It is the, I guess, gateway drug, if you will, to, you know, more energy, more confidence, more enthusiasm, more health, more vibrancy. It's not the whole thing, but it really it's a tool, it's a catalyst to a better life. So really, that's what it means to me. But from your lens, what would you say, Mary Katherine? What does living beyond the scale mean to you?
Living beyond the scale to me is, again, going back to the noise, going back to we very much as a society measure our success by metrics and by numbers. And so living beyond the scale is defining health and fitness, defining your wellness, defining your health on your own terms, like not by anybody else's number. For example, if you put in Google, like, if I'm 5 foot tall, how much should I weigh? I did this the other day. It said 100 pounds. If I weighed 100 pounds, people would probably wonder if I was okay. Mm-hmm. And I'm sorry, but there is not like one number that you're going to get to that you're going to say, okay, I'm at that number. I'm at that optimal body fat percentage. I'm at that goal. And now I'm the perfect person. Like we can always evolve into something else. And so living beyond the scale is just defining what your health means to you on your own terms and not worrying about what anybody else says, not worrying about any other numbers or metrics.
Well, there you have it, my friends, straight from our awesome host. So, Mary Katherine, before I wrap the show, is there anything else that you feel compared to share with our audience before we wrap up episode 1?
Yeah, I'm really excited to be here. I'm excited about this journey. I think it's going to be an incredible year. We already have great guests booked for the podcast. So I'm excited for what's to come. And thank you to our listeners.
Well, friends, thank you, Mary Katherine. Super excited. I wanted to, just with my role in the organization, wanted to kind of kick off the episode and really highlight Mary Katherine and all the goodness which is going to be coming. So trust us when we say this. This is a labor of love. Our mission here, both at Fit Body Bootcamp and Beyond the Scale, is to inspire fitness and change lives every day. And that's really what we're looking to do. And we're excited. We want to welcome you to the journey, and we know the best is yet to come. So Mary Katherine, welcome to your show, and very excited for what the future holds.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, friends. Well, assuming you got a ton of value, which I know you did, give us a like, give us a subscribe on YouTube, and we'll see you in the next episode.